Welcome back to Chinatown Museum's History Matters live stream. Today's show is a virtual urban sketch walk around Binondo with Aurelio Castro III. I'm Yuri Tumor, the museum officer and your host for the Saturday live streams. Aurelio is a visual artist and a musician, and he has been painting professionally, teaching and exhibiting his work since 2000. His works used to focus on figurative paintings and portraitures in oil and acrylics. However, in 2015, he has shifted to on-location painting using watercolors and ink wash mediums, working with a more sketch style. His ongoing projects include a collection of 1,000 Pinoy art cards, his Pasig City sketches, and his pencil portraits of medical frontliners who have passed away in the Philippines. So, the structure of today's talk will begin with Aurelio's sketches around Binondo, where he will briefly talk about his process and some of his older works, which he has sketched around Manila, to be followed by a history of the Binondo Church, which is what we will be sketching today. And then after that, we will be having a live sketching demo. We hope you have your art materials ready so you can come sketch with us. Okay, let's get the show going. Aurelio, welcome on to the show. Let's go through some of your works.
Hi, Yuri. Thanks.
Hello. Okay, so for this work, I understand it's a sketch of Pasig. Can you tell us how long it took you to finish this? It looks very labor-intensive.
This is a panoramic view of Metro Manila. Kinopya ko ito galing sa isang photo na kinuha ko sa isang penthouse sa San Juan. So ito yung view doon sa taas ng Metro Manila. 18 feet ito, pen and ink wash ang medium. 18 feet. Ito yung project ko sa October 2017 or 2018.
Okay. So this one is the Manila Post Office.
Yes. So ito ay galing dun sa project ko naman na sketch ride, where I ride my bicycle every day around Metro Manila, almost every day pag may time, para makapag-sketch. Magbabike ako, maghanap ng magagandang pwedeng sketch. So ito yung isa doon, no? Post office along Pasig River.
Okay, so this one is the Manila City Hall. Can you tell us how you're able to sketch it? I understand the place around Manila City Hall can be very, very big.
Okay, so this one naman is from our sketch walk na Urban Sketchers Manila. May sketch walk kami noon from Bonifacio Park hanggang dito sa Manila. So ito ay pen and watercolor. Ayan. The clock tower.
Okay.
Okay, so ito naman sketch ko ito. Papunta ako sa gig. So lagi kasi ako may dalang sketching materials, no? So para lagi ako may ma-sketch. So isa ito dun sa mga
which is in Scotland.
Yeah. Bago pumunta ng gig, nag-sketch din ako. So ito yun.
So can you tell us more about the structure of this building and like how were you able to sketch it? Were you standing up? Were you sitting down? Or were you just on your bike?
I was nakatayo ako nito tapos mabilis lang kasi sobrang busy ng lugar na yan. Nung time na yan, yung platform na yan wala pang wall. Ngayon kasi may parang railings na siya doon, may bakod na, naharangan na yung view. This was before na-set up yun. So yan, kung mapapansin mo sa paper, hindi naigit na, yung putol yung kabayo, which is okay kasi parang nakikita rin sa sketch na kung gaano ka busy yung lugar.
Okay. Okay, so for this last work, it is a view of the Pasig River. Is this from the side of Binondo? From the side of Binondo ba yun?
Sa ano ito, sa Maestranza.
Maestranza.
Sa Intramuros. So yung nakikita nating view is Binondo.
Yeah.
Pero nandun ako sa side ng Intramuros.
Intramuros. Yeah. So if you would like to know and see more of Aurelio's works, you can follow his Facebook page at The Visual Arts of Aurelio Castro III. So there you go. If you would like to follow more of his works, please go to his FB page at The Visual Arts of Aurelio Castro III and help support local artists na rin. Okay. So for now, I will be giving a brief background on the Binondo Church. While I do this, please prepare your art material so you can come sketch with us. We really encourage you guys to sketch with us because, this is like, we cannot really go out right now. So this is kind of like an art lesson for you guys too. And we hope it will be a fun and productive activity. So before we proceed, let me give you guys a brief background of what we're going to sketch today, which is the Binondo Church. Okay, the Binondo was an island bought by the Governor General Dasmariñas as a settlement for the Christianized Chinese. The Dominican order established a mission settlement at Binondo, and the first version of the Binondo Church and its convent were initially built with light materials, but later built in stone because of the old churches at that time were easily destroyed by earthquakes and other events like rebellions. So during the 1700s, which is, I think, the time when this photo was taken, the Binondo Church was quite busy. It had become very busy because it was the center of Binondo. And not only that, it was beside the La Insular cigarette factory, the building on the left, because it employed a lot of people, mostly women. So the women who worked there are called cigarreras. It was a very, very busy area, not only because, again, it was the religious center, but also because it was also a center for employment. So the next few photos will kind of talk about the belfry, which I think is not seen on the earlier sketches of Binondo Church, because the belfry was added somewhere in the 1700s. And throughout the time between 1700s and now, a lot has changed with the shape of its belfry. So it used to be more octagonal, but lately it has shifted to a more circular shape. Much of the Binondo Church was destroyed during the Battle of Manila. So this is in 1945. And only the facade and the shell remain. So most of what you actually see right now was actually built post-war. So one of, I think, the biggest clues that the Binondo Church is quite new is that when you go in and you look at the kisame, or the ceiling, you will find that it looks very new. And the style that it was painted in is also quite modern. So yeah, the secret to that was because we decided to build the church back up post-war. So a lot of the interiors can look a little newer. So yeah, I think Aurelio is quite ready to start his virtual sketch time. So I hope your materials are also ready so that we can sketch together. Aurelio? Hello, Au?
Okay, hi. So bago tayo mag-start, pakita ko sa inyo yung mga materials natin, no? So meron akong paper dito, watercolor paper. Meron akong pen, tsaka water brush. Pwede rin kayo gumamit ng ordinary na brush. No? Tapos meron akong set ng watercolors. Okay. So ito lang, pen and brush and colors. So explain ko sa inyo yung view. So ito yung church. Okay, so kung makikita nyo, may before ako mag-start ng isang sketch, no, naghahanap ako ng basic shapes. So nag-i-start ako sa basic shape. Kung makikita nyo yung picture ng Binondo Church, meron siyang dalawang line dito. na medyo slanted. Siyempre may line tayo sa base. At meron siyang tatlong malaking basic shapes. So meron tayong tatlong shapes and tatlong lines. So yung pag-drawing ko ng line, hindi malinaw na malinaw. Parang may mark lang siya. Parang guide ko lang. So almost dot lang, no? Kung makikita nyo, ito yung mark. Na ihahawig ko lang siya doon sa lines ng church. So, ayan yung lines. So guide lang siya. And then dahil pag nagdo-drawing ako, parang nagsusulat, no? Mula dito, papunta doon. So, kunin ko yung isang shape. Ganon din, hindi isang solid na line, mga marks lang. So barely, okay lang na barely lang na nakikita kasi papatungan natin siya ng pen. Okay, so mag-uumpisa ako dito sa left side ng pinaka-gitna ng church, no? So basic shapes, may mga square, may curves, no? Hindi ko target na makuha mismo yung na sobrang linis yung mga shapes, basta may maihawig lang siya doon. So merong isang square dito. So ayan yung mga shapes niya. So susundan lang natin yung sa picture. So kung mapapansin nyo, yung mark na iniwan ko kanina na guide, din na yung sinusunod ko dito sa mas malinaw na drawing. So sa pagsunod ko doon sa lines lang na nakikita ko, hindi ko na kailangan gumamit ng perspective, yung hindi ko na kailangan magsukat. So ito yung isang paraan para nakakapag-sketch ako ng mabilis sa labas. Ngayon lagi kong sinasabi yung mabilis kasi pag nasa labas tayo, minsan mainit, minsan mausok. So hindi advisable na magtagal tayo sa isang lugar para mag-sketch. So kailangan lang natin makuha kumbaga yung pinaka essence lang nung view na ini-sketch natin. So ito nagdadagdag na ako ng detail, no? So mula sa malalaking shapes, paliit tayo ng paliit. So mula dito sa square sa taas, naglagay na ako ng curve doon. Ganon din dito sa gitna, itong rectangle natin. Sundan ko lang uli yung shapes. So, sa photo, tapos kung makikita nyo itong shape na to, parang may railing. Hindi kailangan i-detail, no? Pwede na yung mga gantong marks lang, maliliit. Meron din ulit dito sa baba. Smaller na rectangle, may triangle doon. May curve ulit dito. So may isa na tayong part na nakuha. Itong mark na gamit natin na line, itutuloy natin yung gitna na part. So dito sa guide natin may isang malaki tayong square. Pero pag tinignan natin yung picture, dahil nasa gitna, sa middle part ng church, mahati pa natin siya ulit sa tatlong square. Dito. So maglagay tayo ng mark. So dito may square din siya. At itong squares natin, pwede natin palitin ulit doon na sa gamit na yung detail. So mayroon ditong dalawa. Meron din sa kabila. At sa gitna niya, yung tayong curve. So yung figure na nandun sa loob ng curve, no? Hindi rin kailangan i-detail. Makuha lang yung basic shape niya. Tuloy natin itong lines na kulay red. Tapos may dalawa ulit dito. So ito na yung katabi niyang side. So nandito na tayo sa pinakagitna. So sa baba may parang terrace. Sundan lang natin yung line niya na medyo salungat dun sa guide natin. Dahil nakaharap siya. So pero basic shape pa rin, no? Gumagawa lang ako ng square, ng cube. So ito yung isang purpose kung bakit hindi kailangan isang solid na linya yung guide natin nung umpisa. Kasi pwedeng pag nagdi-detail na tayo lalagpas, which is okay lang kung hindi natin diniinan. Again, may parang yung rail dito. So, mga marks lang ng pen, okay na. No? Tapos parang may banner siya dito. Solid lang na shape. Tapos yung curve. So ito yung technique ko, kung nakikita nyo, hindi ko na sinusukat. Tinitingnan ko siya as shapes, no, as individual shapes. Eventually, nabubuo na siya. Okay. Tapos dito sa gitna, meron tayong mga shapes ulit. Gawin muna natin yung guide ng pinakamalaking shape. Tapos hatiin natin siya sa mas maliliit. Tsaka tayo mag-detail. Okay, so dahil masyado nang maliit din yung detail na nasa photo, pwede tayong maglagay na lang ng mga curves dyan, maliliit na shapes na hawig sa nakikita natin sa photo. Then sundan natin yung shape, yung guide natin para may isara tong shape na to. So dalawa. Dalawa ulit. Dalawang lines. May curve. So very loose lang no yung pag-pen. Although kung ngayon nasa bahay tayo nagdo-drawing no, pwede tayong mas maging okay, so sa taas mayroon tayong cube ulit. Cube na shape. So basic cube lang. Tsaka i-follow natin yung konting details na pwede natin idagdag. Okay, so ito na yung middle part ng church natin. Okay, so bago ako pumunta sa tower, dito muna ako sa kaliwa. Mas madali ito kasi isang solid lang siya na shape. Okay. So, parang sinundan ko lang talaga yung guide natin na lines kanina. So, sa baba niya, meron parang billboard. Okay. So, rough lang na shapes kung anong laman nun. Then may line dito. May line dito. Papunta na sa gilid ng church. Okay. Ngayon kung makikita natin yung detail ng church, no, meron siyang yung mga brick. Ganito ako mag-drawing ng brick. Hindi ko dinidetail lahat. So parang meron lang akong lines dito. And then yung lines sa taas ng brick. Hindi ko siya pinupuno. Okay. Parang ganyan. Gawin din natin dito sa baba. Konti lang. Okay, ngayon dito tayo sa tower. Bago yung tower, may isa pa nito dito. So, gawin natin siya. Okay, may solid siyang line dito pababa. And then, balik tayo sa squares. Sa loob ng square, yun ulit. Okay. So, line. Sa loob ng square, ito ulit doon. Dalawang line para sa red. May triangle doon. Another rectangle. Okay, so ngayon, dito na tayo sa tower. So, dito ko umpisahan sa gitna. So, ito medyo cylindrical, no? So, pwede tayong mag-guide ng pa-cylindrical muna. So, makuha lang natin yung basic shape niya. Yung dome. Ang taas. Dito ay may isa pa, isang malaki. Okay, so umpisa na sa gitna. Meron siyang tatlong sides na nakikita ko dito, no? Dalawang line ulit. Then, triangle. May curve. Tapos yung parang rail doon. Then line. Okay. Sa baba. So malaking tulong yung mga guidelines natin, no? Parang tinitrace na lang natin siya ngayon. Pwede nyo rin gawin ito ng pencil muna, yung guide, yung mga lines nyo na guide. Dahil sa bahay naman, pencils muna, much better para mas ma-detalye natin yung shapes. Ako kasi dahil laging sa labas ko ginagawa ito, mas kailangan ko na mag straight to pen na agad kasi para mabilis ko lang din siyang magawa. Okay. Tapos pagka gagamit din kayo ng pen and watercolor, siguruduhin nyo yung pen nyo is waterproof yung ink para hindi kumalat yung ink. Okay. So sa taas nitong lines dito, parang may bilog. So accent lang natin. So ito na yung dome. Ito yung taas na. Yung lines, tsaka bilog. Dito pala meron din tayo shapes. Then, so ito na. So sa background niya, may part pa siyang kita yung likod niya, no? So ito, dahil nasa likod siya, iniiwasan ko itong idikit dun sa mismong lines natin. Para lang ramdaman dun sa drawing na hindi siya part ng pinakaharap. Yeah, so hindi ko dinidikit. Okay, tapos okay, and dito tayo sa baba, may mga halaman. So, yung texture ng mga halaman is bilog. Pabilog lang, no, na ganito yun, no? Mas maraming scribbles kung nasaan yung shadows. So, yan yung impression ng leaves niya. Tapos, konting detail sa baba, parang may entrance din dito. Pwede rin tayong magdagdag ng tao, yung mga nasa picture, para makita. Nakakatulong yung paglagay ng mga figures ng tao sa ini-sketch natin architecture kasi nakakatulong to para makita yung laki ng building o katulad nito yung laki ng church. So yung tao hindi rin kailangan i-detail, no? Basta may bilog sa taas, tapos kahit anong scribble sa baba, yun na yung katawan niya. So may bilog lang, parang question mark, no? The lines. So dito sa may planters, lagyan lang natin ng lines. Okay. So ito na yung pen sketch natin. Kukulayan na natin siya. So una kong kukulayan ay yung sky. So ito, mix ko ako ng blue, no? Okay, so ito, napansin ko sa photo at dito sa drawing, yung lines ng pataas medyo facing ng pakanan. Mahilig akong gawin yung sky ko naman opposite yung lines nun. So mula dito, magbabasa lang ng blue, no, na medyo slanted siya. Okay, so yan na yung sky natin. Tapos itong part ng church na nasa likod, kung makikita nyo sa mga animation, sa mga lumang paintings, no, pag lumalayo yung isang object, kahit sa photos, no, nagiging bluish siya. So lalagyan ko rin ng itong likod na part ng church. Okay. Tapos sa photo natin, ang shadows, andito yung araw eh. So yung shadows natin nandito banda. So lahat ng shapes natin na maliliit na nabuo, lahat yung side niya dito magkakaroon ng shadow. So itong blue na rin na ginamit ko sa sky, lalagyan ko rin yung side ng shapes. Lalo na yung madidilim na part, no? Okay. Sides ng shapes natin. Ito sa dome. Tapos kung mapapansin nyo, no, pag blue ang sky, nagre-reflect rin yung blue na yun kung saan-saan, lalo na dito sa pavement natin, may blue rin. So ito yung una nating kulay, yung blue. Ngayon pag titignan natin yung photo ng church, no, may konti siyang parang ochre, yellow na kulay. So lagyan natin siya. So ito, yellow. Konting-konti lang sa ibang parts. Hindi lahat. So hindi ko na masyadong inaalam kung saan ko nakikita yung yellows. No? Basta nakita ko sa photo na may yellowish stain ng konti yung church. So naglalagay na lang din ako kung saan ko gusto. Basta nandun yung kulay sa mismong photo o dun sa mismong lugar. So may konti tayong yellow. Ngayon, grayish yung grayish blue yung kulay ng church. So yung blue natin, pwedeng haluan yung blue natin kanina, pwede pa rin natin siyang gamitin, haluan lang natin ng ibang kulay. Okay. So balik ako sa pag watercolor, mas maganda kung nag-leave tayo ng konting puti for highlights. Okay. So kung makikita nyo, basang-basa yung brush, no? Matubig siya. So ito yung gray natin. Tapos sa photo, no, sa baba ng church, dun yung pinakamadilim na part. So sa part na yon, pwede akong maglagay ng mas darker na kulay. No? Hindi ko rin, marami rin, no, na hindi ko magamit ng black. Kasama ako doon. No? Hindi ko magamit ng black sa watercolor. So usually ang black, ang pinakamaitim na ginagamit ko is nasa violet yung tone, no? Violet pa rin siya, hindi siya talagang black. So ito, violet yung mga ilalagay ko sa mga madidilim na area. Dito sa likod. Okay, tapos habang basa, doon naman ako nasa mga red, yung mga red na line ng church. So kuha tayo ng red. So sundan lang natin yung picture, no? Yung mga reds niya.
Oh, just popping back in here to ask, how long does it usually take you to finish a sketch when you're on location?
Sa on-location sketching ko, I limit myself to 40 to 1 hour. 40 minutes to 1 hour. Para nandun pa rin yung, para hindi ko masyadong ma-detail, para sketch pa rin yung style niya. Kasi napapansin ko, pag tumagal ako masyado sa isang sketch, nagiging finished na siya masyado. Parang sa bahay na siya ginawa. Parang nawawala yung yung effect ng first impression mo sa lugar. Impression ko sa lugar nawawala pag masyado akong nagtatagal sa pag-sketch. So I limit lang na matagal na yung 1 hour. Ito na tayo sa reds.
Did it used to take you longer than 40 minutes to 1 hour when you started sketching?
Yeah, before. Tsaka dati kasi nagpe-pencil pa ako bago mag-pen. So halos double the time ang inaabot eh. Tapos tinuruan ko yung sarili ko na wag nang gumamit ng pencil. Direct na pen. So yun yung nagpabilis sa akin sa pag-sketch sa labas.
For beginner na urban sketcher, would you recommend that they just train themselves to just start with pen or pencil pa rin?
Yes, pen. I highly recommend na straight out sa pen na. Kasi ang tendency kasi sa pencil, pag nagkamali, buburahin. Hindi katulad pagka straight ka na sa pen, nawawala yung hesitation mo na gumawa ng lines. So, recommended ko talaga na maaga pa pen na kagad ang gamitin.
So if a real life urban sketch, it would take around 40 minutes to 1 hour. How about a virtual urban sketch? Like, what would be a good recommended time for you to spend on sketching without polishing too much?
Kung virtual sketch, no, nasa bahay ka, hindi necessary na ma-limit mo mag-limit ka ng time. I mean, exploring mo lang yung pag-drawing mo kahit gaano ka katagal abutin. Nasa bahay ka lang naman eh. Okay lang na magtagal kung nasa bahay. Ang ano ko lang kasi na makapag-sketch ng mabilis, yun nga, yung outdoors kasi, syempre mausok, Manila, mainit. Nag-sketch din kami kahit tag-ulan, so minsan biglang ulan, so kailangan mabilis. Okay, so ito na, almost finished na, no? Mga details na lang na, no? Ngayon yung sa figures, para makita yung tao, naglalagay lang ng mga solid na kulay. No? So ito, pag natuyo siya, pwedeng magdagdag ng details, pero ito, as ito, okay na ito as a sketch, no, ng Binondo. So dito na ipakita ko na yung technique ko kung paano ako nag-sketch outdoors. Ngayon, kung may time pa, pwede pang magdagdag ng details, pero nandito na yung pinaka-shape itsura ng Binondo.
Okay. Do you usually post... go on.
Sige lang, Yuri. Sorry. Okay na.
Do you usually post your artworks? And what hashtags do you usually follow if on your social media to watch siguro other people's sketch work?
So itong yung urban sketching, no, yun yung malaking part ng urban sketching eh. Yung i-post mo online yung mga art, yung mga sketch mo. So yun, may yung grupo ko, no, Urban Sketchers Manila and Urban Sketchers Quezon City. Pwede silang sumali alin doon sa dalawa na yun, no, kung gusto nilang makakita. Pero wala kaming sketchbooks ngayon dahil alam niyo naman may pandemic, so virtual lang muna.
Okay. What do you think are the highlights of this sketch?
Masaya i-drawing ang Binondo Church. Masaya in a sense na challenging siya kasi sobrang dami niya details, no? Sobrang dami niyang details. Ang maganda naman sa Binondo Church, ilang beses na kami nag-sketchwalk dito, pero hindi siya nakakasawang i-sketch kasi tuwing ito-try mo siya i-drawing, may makikita kang bagong detail sa kanya, may makikita ka na naman bagong angulo niya na mag-enjoy kang i-drawing. So, masarap i-drawing ng Binondo Church. Challenging lang sa umpisa dahil marami siyang details.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very detailed church. And I think over the time between 2000 to now, it has... Marami rin nagbago, di ba? Yung paint, yung mga renovations. But I think that you did like a great job with trying to capture Binondo Church, even though you can't be there. I feel like it captures, as a fellow resident, I feel like you've captured the spirit of the church, like the blue skies, the red splotches from like the latest renovation, a touch of greenery at the side, which I feel like sometimes people neglect when they sketch the Binondo Church because sobrang mausok, sobrang traffic that people forget that there are like tiny plants in the area. Yeah. And then yung bell tower, which is also usually kasi diba when people sketch the Binondo Church, or like when you see photos or postcards, flat siya, as in flat yung tingin mo. So this is nice that we can kind of see it from an angle. So we have a question coming in. Can you recommend some good brands for art materials for beginners?
Okay, so sa materials, no, hindi ako masyadong namimili sa brand eh. Actually, the more na gumagamit ako ng lahat eh. Pang student grade, professional na grade, okay lang lahat basta may kulay. No? Yun lang ang ano ko yung sa pen, kailangan waterproof yung pen mo kasi kakalat yung tinta pag nabasa ng tubig. Pero brand-wise, kahit ano, basta nakakasulat, okay yun.
For the paper, what kind of paper are you using? Is that watercolor paper? Is it just bond paper?
Yes. Ito, watercolor paper rin, no? So maraming klase ng watercolor paper. May mas textured, may mas makapal, manipis. Nasa individual yun eh. Habang lalo kang nagtatry, may makikilala kang papel na mas okay para sa iyo. No? So wala rin akong marirecommend na maganda kasi nasa individual yung style. Maraming klase ng watercolor paper.
I think someone is curious with the brand of watercolor you're currently using. Can you share it with us?
Ito. Okay. So, ito ay, kita ba? Ito ay Sakura.
Yeah.
Ginagamit ko siya kasi portable siya, natitiklop siya ng ganyan kaliit eh. No? Tapos, so may area ka dito, meron din dito. Pero yung laman niyang colors, iba na siya. Nagtanggal ako dito para masiksikan ko pa ng iba pang mga kulay. No? Pero hindi rin kailangan talaga na ganito karaming kulay ang dala mo. Katulad kanina, ilang kulay lang tayo, blue, gray, green, yellow, and red. No? Hindi rin kailangan magganito karaming kulay. Nagkataon lang kasi malaki itong nabili ko, so natuwa rin ako kunin na lang siya.
Just as a personal... So, naka-attach ba siya sa palette? Like, yeah, okay.
Yes, in-attach ko siya dito. Oo. Kasi para isang bit-bit ko lang siya sa sketchwalk. So, usually sa sketchwalk namin, o pag nag-sketch ako sa labas, nakadikit yung papel dito. Yan, isang hawak ko lang siya. Nilagyan ko rin ng parang rubber.
On a personal note, did you make that yourself, yung rubber? Or did you buy it like that?
Oo. Bali, ano to sa bike to eh. Sa handlebar ng bike. In-attach ko lang dito.
Out of personal curiosity, have you tried
brush,
the art philosophy?
Sa brush, ma-recommend ko yung... sorry?
Go on.
Habol ko lang yung brush, no? Kasi ang gamit kong brush is water brush. So may tubig na siya sa loob. So pagdala ko siya sa labas, hindi ko na kailangan yung may magsaluso ng tubig. May tubig na siya sa loob. So importante din to pag gusto mong mag-sketch sa labas. Water brush.
Out of personal curiosity, have
Okay,
you
so ano
tried
yung okay.
have you tried art philosophy, the very Instagrammable watercolor pans?
Anong yung pads na paper pads?
Hindi, paint. Art philosophy, I think is the brand. Prima Marketing ata yung the other name that it goes by.
Yung nasa maliit lang siya na
Yeah,
tin?
yung black na tin.
Yeah, meron din. Okay din yun. Mas maganda rin yun.
Okay, so we're kind of running out of time. So I think this virtual sketch walk is a great way to get to know our sketching process, which emphasizes the joy of sketching a little more freely. His style isn't overly concerned about materials or getting the proportions right. So it's really about, I think, focuses on, sketching in location without being too concerned about being polished. So Al, before we close out, is there anything you want to say to our audience?
Yun lang, no? Kung gusto nyo i-try yung sketching, no? Huwag nyo kalimutan enjoyin. Hindi kailangan laging maganda. Okay lang magkamali, pero kailangan nyo matuto doon. Pero enjoyin nyo rin kung nagkamali kayo, enjoyin nyo yung kinalabasan nun. Huwag kayong panghinaan loob pag lagi kayong nagkakamali. Part yun. Hanggang ngayon, nagkakamali ako. Nakita nyo kanina sa sketch ko mismo, yung guides ko, may lagpas ako doon. Okay lang, kasama yun sa pag-enjoy ng drawing.
Okay, thank you, Al, for your time and for your beautiful work and for sharing your process with us. Okay, so, if you sketched along with us and you want to share your works with us, please tag us at Chinatown Museum on Facebook. Use the hashtag History Matters so that we can keep track of the drawings that you send us. This Binondo church sketch over the screen that you can see right here is courtesy of our friend, architect Ferland Dalmasio. Hello, Sir Froy, if you're watching. We love your work. And, if you want to sketch the Binondo Church or other places around Binondo, please, again, feel free to tag us at Chinatown Museum with the hashtag History Matters. And if you'd like more virtual sketching, on August 25, we will be having another sketch session with Aurelio with Ilomoca, or the Iloilo Museum of Contemporary Art. And it will be an art sketch on the Lazares Mansion. Okay, the link to the certificates will be seen in the comments down below and on the event page. So for those asking about certificates, again, the link will be on the comments down below and, of course, the event page. So please RSVP accordingly so that you can see the link. Next week's live stream is Eat, Walk, Talk with Ivan Mandi. Again, that's Eat, Walk, and Talk with Ivan Mandi. We will be exploring the community history of Binondo through food. So it's on the same time, 2 p.m. Saturday, and we hope to see you there. Bye!